I read from the FBI's Office of the Inspector General report, which was publicly released in June 2006. In this section of the chapter, Dina Corsi contacts a supervisor who regards the information about Khalid al-Mihdhar's travels to the United States and opens an intelligence investigation. On August 23, 2001, Donna, also known as Dina Corsi, contacted her supervisor, a special agent in charge, who we call in this report Rob, regarding the information about Khalid al-Mihdhar's travels to the United States. As discussed in Chapter 3, Rob was the acting unit chief of the Osama bin Laden unit at the time in the FBI. After reviewing the information, Rob concurred with Donna that the appropriate course of action would be to open an intelligence investigation in New York, al-Mihdhar's last known destination in the United States, and to locate Khalid al-Mihdhar. To expedite the investigation process and provide a heads-up alert to the New York field office that the information was coming, on August 23rd, Dina Corsi, also known as Donna, telephoned an agent on the bin Laden squad in the New York field office, who we call Chad. To comply with the wall, the New York field office had designated agents as either criminal or intelligence, and Chad was an intelligence agent. Donna discussed with Chad al-Mihdhar's most recent entry into the United States and FBI headquarters, request for the New York office to open a full field intelligence investigation to locate Khalid al-Mihdhar. The error here was that this was going to open an intelligence investigation and not a criminal one. Donna told the Office of the Inspector General that she did not normally telephonically contact the field on these types of issues, but there was some urgency to her request because the FBI did not want to lose the opportunity to locate Khalid al-Mihdhar before he left the United States. She told us, however, that Khalid al-Mihdhar's significance continued to be his potential connection to Khalid, also known as Wali bin Attash, and the USS Cole attack, not that he was operational in the United States. Chad told the Office of the Inspector General that although he routinely worked with Donna, this was the first time that Donna had relayed a need for urgency in an intelligence investigation. Chad told us, however, that he questioned both the urgency and the need for a separate intelligence investigation. Chad explained that the attempt to locate Khalid al-Mihdhar seemed to relate to the criminal investigation of the Cole attack, and efforts to locate an individual normally would be handled through a sub-file to the main investigation and not as a separate full field investigation. Nevertheless, he told Donna that New York would open an intelligence investigation. On August 23rd, Donna sent an email to John, also known as Tom Wilshire, concerning her telephone conversation with Chad. She advised in the email that Chad will open an intelligence case. In the email, she discussed a connection that had been made between Khalid al-Mihdhar in Malaysia to another suspect in the Cole attack. She wrote, quote, "I am still looking at intel, but I think we have more of a definitive connection to the Cole here than we thought," end quote. She ended by stating that she was working on the intelligence cable requesting a full field investigation, but doubted that it would be completed that day. On August 27th, Donna requested permission through the NSA representative to the FBI to pass to the FBI agents working on the Cole investigation the information associating Khalid al-Mihdhar with a suspected terrorist facility in the Middle East linked to al-Qaeda activities. Donna told the Office of the Inspector General that she thought that the NSA information on Khalid al-Mihdhar could be useful to the cold criminal investigations, even if the Mihdhar search remained an intelligence investigation. On the morning of August 28th, Donna sent Chad a draft copy of an electronic cable requesting the intelligence investigation to locate Khalid al-Mihdhar. In the cover email, Donna stated, "Here is a draft," and that the electronic cable had not been uploaded due to some tear line information that was not yet approved for passage. She concluded, "I do not want to get this going as soon as possible." The electronic cable entitled Khalid M. al-Mihdhar, with various aliases stated in the synopsis, request to open an intelligence investigation. The electronic cable outlined Mihdhar's travel to the United States in July of 2001, his previous travels to the United States with Nawaf al-Hazmi in January 2000, the background on and his attendance at the Malaysia meetings, his association with a suspected terrorist facility in the Middle East linked to al-Qaeda activities, and similarities between al-Mihdhar's travel and that of cold suspects Fahad al-Quso, Ibrahim Nibris, and Khalad. As to the identification of Khalad in the Kuala Lumpur photographs by the source, Donna told the Office of the Inspector General that she did not include this information because it had not yet been officially passed to the FBI, although she had requested the passage from a counterterrorism center representative to the FBI. When Donna had relayed urgency to open the investigation to a telephone conversation with Chad, and in her cover email, she designated the electronic cable precedence as routine, the lowest precedence level. She explained this by saying the case was no longer bigger than any other intelligence case. She also told us, however, that there was a time consideration because Khalid al-Mihdhar could be leaving the United States at any time, and that is why she had personally contacted Chad. On August 28th, Chad forwarded Donna's draft electronic cable to his immediate supervisor, a supervisory special agent who we call Jason, became a supervisor on the Joint Terrorism Task Force in the New York field office in 1996. He had been on the New York Joint Terrorism Task Force since 1985. At approximately 2 p.m. on August 28th, Jason forwarded the electronic cable to various agents on the Bin Laden squad, including the cold criminal case agent who we call Scott. Scott is Steve Bongard. In the cover email, Jason directed the relief supervisor, who we call Jay, to open an intelligence investigation and assign it to a special agent who we call Richard. Jason also directed another agent to check on the investigation and relayed the information while the agent was in Malaysia. Scott received the electronic cable on August 28th. Scott, who had been at the June 11 meeting and had discussions with Donna about the Kuala Lumpur photographs, contacted Donna to discuss the appropriateness of opening an intelligence investigation as opposed to a criminal investigation. Donna told the Office of the Inspector General that when she realized that the electronic cable had been disseminated to Scott, she asked Scott to delete it because it contained NSA information and therefore required approval for review by criminal agents. Scott told the Office of the Inspector General that he deleted the electronic cable as she requested. Shortly thereafter, Scott, Donna, and Rob engaged in a conference call to discuss whether the case should be opened as a criminal instead of an intelligence investigation. Scott told the Office of the Inspector General that he argued that the investigation should be opened as a criminal investigation due to the nexus to the Cole investigation and the greater investigative resources that could be brought to bear in a criminal investigation. Scott explained that more agents could be assigned to a criminal investigation due to the squad designations. He also asserted that criminal investigation tools, such as grand jury subpoenas, were far quicker and easier to obtain than the tools available in an intelligence investigation, such as a national security letter. Donna told the Office of the Inspector General that the information on Khalid al-Mihdhar was received through intelligence channels, and because of restrictions on using intelligence information, could not be provided directly to the criminal agents working the Cole investigation. The only information that could be provided directly to them was the limited INS information. She stated that without the intelligence information on Khalid al-Mihdhar, there would have been no potential nexus to the Cole investigation and no basis for a criminal investigation. Rob told the Office of the Inspector General he had concurred with Donna's assessment that the matter should be an intelligence investigation. He added there was also a process through which the information could potentially be shared with the criminal agents in the future. Scott was not satisfied with that response, and he asked for a legal opinion from the FBI's National Security Law Unit whether the investigation should be opened as a criminal matter relating to the Cole criminal investigation. Additionally, Scott wanted a legal opinion on whether a criminal agent could accompany an intelligence agent to interview Khalid al-Mihdhar if he was located. According to Donna, she subsequently contacted the National Security Law Unit attorney, who we call Susan, on August 28th, and she and Rob discussed the issue with Susan. It is unclear how she presented the matter to Susan because there were no documents about the conversation, and she and Susan had little or no recollection of the specific conversation. Donna told the Office of the Inspector General that she provided the electronic cable to Susan. According to Donna, Susan agreed with her that the matter should be opened as an intelligence investigation. Donna said Susan also advised that a criminal agent should not be present for an interview of Khalid al-Mihdhar if he was located. During an Office of the Inspector General interview, Susan said she could not specifically recall this matter on the advice she gave. Rob told the Office of the Inspector General that he did not recall the specifics of this consultation, but he stated that the National Security Law Unit opinion was supportive of FBI headquarters' determination that the case should be opened as an intelligence investigation as opposed to a criminal investigation. At approximately 7:30 a.m. on August 29th, Donna sent an email to Jason which stated, quote, "I think I might have caused some unnecessary confusion. I sent the electronic cable on Khalid al-Mihdhar to Chad via email, marking it as draft so he could read it before he went on vacation. There is material in the electronic cable which is not cleared for criminal investigations. Scott called and Rob and I spoke with him and tried to explain why this case had to stay on the intel side of the house. In order to be confident for this case to be a 199 and to answer some questions that Scott had, Rob and I spoke with the National Security Law Unit yesterday afternoon. The opinion is as follows. Khalid al-Mihdhar can be opened directly as a full field investigation. The electronic cable is still not cleared for criminal investigations or investigators. Per National Security Law Unit, if Khalid al-Mihdhar is located, the interview must be conducted by an intelligence agent. A criminal agent cannot be present at the interview. This case in its entirety is based on intel. If information is developed indicating the existence of a substantial federal crime, that information will be passed over the wall according to the proper procedures and turned over for follow-up criminal investigation." End quote. Approximately 15 minutes after sending the email to Jason, Donna sent an email to Scott with the same language, advising that the National Security Law Unit agreed the investigation should be an intelligence investigation and a criminal agent could not attend the interview if Khalid al-Mihdhar was located. That same morning, Scott responded in an email to Donna stating, quote, "Where is the wall defined? Isn't it dealing with FISA information? I think everyone is still confusing this issue. Someday, someone will die. And wall or not, the public will not understand why we were not more effective in throwing every resource we had at certain problems. Let's hope the National Security Law Unit will stand by their decisions then, especially since the biggest threat to us now, Osama bin Laden, is getting the most protection." End quote. Later that morning, Donna replied in an email, quote, "I don't think you understand that we at FBI headquarters are all frustrated with this issue. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how many other ways I could tell you this. These are the rules. National Security Law Unit does not make them up, and neither does the Osama bin Laden unit. They are in the MIOG and ordered by the FISA court, and every office of the FBI is required to follow them, including FBI agents in New York." End quote.